Is Idris Virgo welcome in the Misfits community? Well, we're going to have a deep dive into a recent video that Idris put out today. So, let's get into it. So I'm sure you guys are all aware at this point in time that Idris Virgo has boxed multiple times on Misfits, right? This is a guy who has actually headlined a Misfits event against Aaron Chalmers. No, not this fight you can see here. This is him when he absolutely annihilated Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor. So Idris Virgo has proven himself time and time again to be entertaining in the ring on Misfits boxing. But he had a couple of things that he wanted to express during this video that he put out, and the video was titled "Why I'm Not Fighting on Misfits Boxing." But before we get into this video of Idris, I want you guys to remember, yes, he is a professional boxer. He has a professional boxing record, but there are other professional boxers in the Misfits scene. But Idris is also an influencer, the same way Chase Damore is an influencer, because Idris has been on reality TV shows. For example, here's a clip of him now from Love Island.
100%, yeah. My cup of tea. My cup of tea. Fuck.
So you know you're my usual type, do you know what I mean? So it's like,
Oh yeah, man.
yeah, definitely.
That's cool, you know.
Yeah.
So that's Idris Virgo back in 2018 on ITV's Love Island. So how is he not an influencer, right? How is he not being treated as an influencer? Why is he not getting the same opportunities as other influencers when it comes to fighting on Misfits? And not only was he on Love Island, he was actually on MTV's The Challenge, and we're going to play a clip of that through for you now. So he actually ended up on this show. Look at him! Oh, go on Idris, lad! So this is where it gets real interesting now, because Idris gets the win now. You ready? Look at them biceps. Oh! Has he got it? Is he getting the win? Is he getting the win? Sean's holding on for his dear life. Let's go. Ready? Are you not entertained? Listen, Gladiator, Maximus, Decimus, Idris. But this is what I mean, guys. Idris Virgo is a reality TV star, not only a professional boxer, but a reality TV star, as we've seen now from two separate TV shows that he's featured on, which is the exact same reason why Chase Damore is on there, as well as Aaron Chalmers as well. I believe he was on Love Island, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is a massive way and a gateway into Misfits boxing for influencers who have been on reality TV shows. So we've covered the fact that Idris is in fact an influencer, in fact probably more of an influencer than quite a lot of the people who are on the Misfits cards. So what we're about to get into now is Idris's video where he talks on why he's not actually getting a fight on Misfits at the moment. It's quite emotional. You can tell he's frustrated, and he's actually questioning whether or not to go down different avenues instead of Misfits boxing, because he feels like he's just waiting around and nothing is happening. Let's get into it.
Your boy wasn't fighting in Jan. I was happy enough to be a pundit for the zone, so that was a great experience. Then in March, your boy wasn't fighting. Instead, we had Chris Alvera, Waterboy, fighting Jake Boswick. That, people, I was shocked about, because I do believe Chris Alvera needs to step up now and fight me. You know what I mean? He had a good run-in. He's back on Misfits and he fought Jake Boswick. Now, there was a Twitter space between me, Jake Boswick, Chris Alvera, Mams Taylor, BJ Floors, everyone. And Mams said the winner out of Jake Boswick and Chris Waterboy will fight me next. Now, I don't know if Chris is ducking me. It was agreed after that fight, the winner fights me. So now Misfits has got an event on May the 11th in London. I was told I was meant to be fighting in May 11th. I was getting ready to fight in May 11th. If you don't believe me, people, your boy is in shape. I am ready to...
Sorry to pause it there, Idris. The reality is, right, he's obviously being fed information about fights. Meant to be fighting the winner of the Chris Avila fight, meant to be May the 11th. One thing I will say is, if this has come directly from the horse's mouth, that horse in this situation being Mams Taylor, who is doing, you know, the fight matching for the events, then questions definitely need to be asked. Why on earth am I being messed around? Why am I being told misinformation? Because, as you can tell, he's in He's in good shape, he's in good nick. The guy is training hard. So if he's putting effort and time and money into a nutritionist, as well as a strength and conditioning coach, as well as a boxing coach, as well as sparring partners, and all of the things that go into a solid, top-notch training camp, then he's wasting his money. He's wasting his time, and he's wasting his energy and effort that could be placed elsewhere, right? So I kind of feel his frustration, but this is only if the information he's received has come directly from Mams Taylor, right? Let's carry on and listen to what else he had to say, unless he just continues flexing.
To go, are you ready to put some damage control? You know what I mean. For some reason, your boy's not fighting on May 11th. Now, to me, that's heartbreaking. I've been investing myself into camp, putting all the hard work in, hitting my PB, getting ready to fight Chris Virgo. The question I got, people, is Chris scared to sign the contract? Why didn't he sign the contract for May 11th? It doesn't work out. It doesn't make sense to me. It's kind of mind-blowing how he's lost his pen for this fight.
The weird thing about this is actually I've seen Chris Avila be announced on a different card against somebody else, which I don't even think is a Misfits card, right? So it does actually appear that maybe Chris Avila is ducking Idris Virgo, or maybe after the way he spoke about Misfits after the last fight, maybe he's just decided to take a different route. But there are plenty of options out there for Idris as well. Either way, Idris in this next scene is pretty much gonna, you know, parcel up a pen to send to Chris Avila so he can sign the contract.
So if that's the case, people, you see this pen right here? See this envelope right here? Let me send this to Chris Waterboy, because I think he's lost.
Chris Waterboy.
I'm gonna send this to Chris Waterboy, because I think he's lost his pen to sign his contract. And he should get this, and then he could sign the contract to fight me. I'm tired and sick of fights not happening, people. I want to be active this year.
So he's talking about wanting to be active, and I understand that. I'm in a similar situation, maybe not to the level he is, because he's already got his foot in the door with Misfits, multiple fights on Misfits, able to headline Misfits 009 against Aaron Chalmers, and now he feels almost like he's being messed around. Now, these could just all be his own emotions getting the better of him in his head. They really could. But if he speaks to the right people, likes of Mams Taylor, or other people such as his coach, to see what on earth is going on, maybe he'll get the right answers. But you can just definitely tell within this video, it feels like he's willing to step away from Misfits just to go and continue fighting and stay active and earn money whilst doing it, because he's got the love for the sport. He's also got the love for Misfits and the influencer boxing space, but that love is getting broken. As he keeps mentioning, he's heartbroken about this, and I genuinely feel for him and hope that sooner or later he gets that opportunity back on Misfits again. If he's been promised 2 to 3 fights this year, hey, there's still plenty of time. But if he's getting promised May 11th show for Misfits 14 against Chris Avila, and then that falls through, but there's no replacement, then I'd want to know answers as to why it's not happening. It's that simple.
The fighter is a dangerous fighter, but I ain't been active. Now, the question I've got, people, I don't know. Am I speaking out of turn? Let me know in the comments. I do believe I need to be back. I need to be fighting. I posted a video the other day announcing Misfits 14. So I'm going to go through the comments now on my video I've just posted from people reacting to my video. This person, shout out to RS.
He actually goes through the comments of one of his videos, and people are claiming that they want to see him back on Misfits. Bear in mind, Idris has only got like 5,800 subscribers, and there are people flooding in them comment sections saying they want to see him back on Misfits and he deserves the shot. And the thing is, he's not even sat there calling out influencers anymore. He come out and said he was just trolling, and now he's calling out people who are professionals in the fighting industry, and they're still like not fighting him. They're still not getting the fight set up for Idris. So it is frustrating to see, and throughout this video you can feel that frustration get worse and worse all the way to the end. Now let's take a look at another moment at the end where he really truly expresses his opinion.
Did you fight me on May 11th? I could have fought Jake Bostwick. Why couldn't I fight Jake Bostwick? Even that, okay, we're talking about Mike Perry. Mike Perry, I probably said that's a prime card kind of fight, you know what I mean? That fight would be epic. But there is fights there I could have. And my question is, why I ain't getting these fights, people? If you know why I ain't getting these fights, drop a comment below. But yeah, I thought I'd just give you guys a clarity of what's going on, because there's a lot of comments and people asking me why I'm not a Misfits. So I thought I'll own it to you people to come out and say, listen, I'm ready to fight. I've been in the gym. I'm in shape. I'm ready to go. The plan was to fight Chris. Chris is now lost his pen, but I'm going to send him a pen now. I'm going to send him a pen to sign the contract, but hopefully we could get that fight soon if he wants to fight. But then at the same time, I do believe Chris is fighting on June the 1st on Nate Diaz's card, so that throws another spanner in the works. Now the question before we go, I'll have to ask people, am I staying somewhere when I'm not wanted? Am I not wanted in the Misfits universe? Are you guys not wanting me? You guys know I came from a background of professional boxing. And the reason I was in this Misfits universe because of my profile from my TV work, from my Love Island, The Challenge, Catfish, Secret Crush, and doing other stuff on social media and building a big platform for myself. So that gave me into that crossover bracket of fighting on this platform.
So you can sense Idris's frustration at the end of that. He's asking the community, am I not welcome here? Am I an outcast? Am I just wasting my time? Truly the only people with the answers to those questions are the likes of Mams Taylor and people in charge at Misfits. That's the unfortunate thing. People like to dangle a carrot from time to time. They really do. Oh, don't worry, bro. We'll get you a fight soon. We'll get you a fight very soon. Keep up the good work. You're loyal. And that's sort of what's happened to Idris. So will we see Idris back on? Do you want to see Idris back on Misfits? Let me know your thoughts down below, but also go and show Idris some support on his channel, which is linked in the description and the pinned comments down below. And I really think if you guys want, go over there, clip little parts of his video, share them to social media, and let the Misfits community on Twitter, Instagram and other platforms have their say as well. If you did enjoy today's video, guys, smash the thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our future react videos. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bush.